Hi everyone, it's Vicki from Minerva. In today's video, I've got some really beautiful new fabrics to share with you. So in our Minerva Exclusive range of fabrics, we have a viscose jersey and we have 5 brand new designs on this beautiful base cloth. So in case you haven't seen our viscose jersey fabric before, it is a really beautiful quality one. So I'll just hold one of these out for you so you can see how the fabric moves and behaves. Yeah, and you'll see this is our rainforest rhythm print. Just really pretty. Now it's a viscose jersey, so it is made of 92% viscose fibres and 8% elastane fibres. So the viscose gives it a really beautiful softness, and you can see that incredible drape. It's just amazing. And the elastane gives it a really good stretch and recovery. So if I stretch that, you can see how it pings back. So it's got really good recovery on this fabric. So jersey is a knit fabric, so it's great. It's a really sort of like comfortable fabric to wear. And if you look at lots of the clothes that you might buy, ready to wear clothing, so many of them are made in jersey fabric. It's just tops and dresses, jumpsuits, things like that. So yeah, it's one of my favourite fabrics both to sew and to wear. Yeah, it's really lovely. And the quality of this viscose jersey, it is honestly the best quality I've ever felt. It's got a beautiful weight to it, so none of the prints are see-through at all. You don't need to worry about that. And yeah, just that weight coupled with the drape, it's just a fabulous fabric. So in today's video, I've got the 5 new prints to share with you, and I've also got a stack of patterns to give you lots of ideas on the sorts of things that you can make with viscose jersey. And in terms of if you've never sewn with jersey before, you do need to sew it with some sort of stretch stitch, because when the fabric stretches, if you haven't used a stretch stitch, then the stitches would break. So you do need to have some sort of way of the stitches stretching with the fabric. So you could use an overlocker if you're lucky enough to have one. You could also use a stretch stitch or a triple stitch on your sewing machine, or you can just use a simple zigzag. I think every machine will come with a zigzag stitch, so that's an option that's easy available to everyone. Or what you can do is you can actually sew with just a regular straight stitch and sew with the new Gutterman Mariflex thread, which actually has a stretch built into it. So that's a really lovely option if you don't have an overlocker, because your stitches just look like a regular straight normal stitch, but they will then actually stretch with the fabric because of the thread. So yeah, that's a really good option, and yeah, just creates a really neat, lovely finish. So let's get stuck into the fabrics themselves. So like I said, this is our first brand new print, and this one is called Rainforest Rhythm, and it's a lovely sort of medium scale print. It's not too large, this one. It has a black background and this really beautiful leaf print design. So there's all different sort of patterns of leaves. So some of them have little spots on, some have the leaf veins, some have little stripe designs. Really sweet. And yeah, just love that colour combination. I think it's really lovely. The next one we've got, this is a larger scale design, and this one is called Painted Bouquet. And this one has a really rich purpley coloured background. It's beautiful. How stunning is that? I think this is really a show-stopping print, is this one. As you can see, quite large scale. If I hold my hand there for scale reference. And what I think is really special about this print is that each of these beautiful flowers and the leaves, you can really see the brush strokes from the artist's original painting that created this print. And yeah, it's just, there's so much detail in the flowers. It's really beautiful. And I think with actually all the prints, they're all gorgeous for summer, but I think they will take you throughout the year as well. So yeah, these rich, beautiful, deep, saturated colours, you could wear that any time, but the bright, elements in there make it wonderful for summer as well. Next we've got, this is Popcorn Jelly, and this is one of our favourite prints in the Minerva range. It's just you can make anything in this fabric. So it's quite a small scale print is this one, and you can see the design, it's sort of like abstract blobs or spots that are all layered on top of each other to create this you know, it's an overall sort of abstract, like almost like a texture it looks like. So it's very, very small scale. And the predominant colour in this one is this rich sort of, like almost like a denim-y blue background. Yeah, quite a soft blue, and then all these gorgeous colours. I mean, there's just so many colours in there that are all layered on top of each other. It's really, really pretty, and I think that's just such a wearable print in that scale for anybody, and a really, really lovely colour. I think the blue really sets off all those brighter colours that are in the print. Next up, we have Tiger Paradise. This is such a lovely print. Yeah, get that up the right way. So this is definitely a directional print, this one. And as you can see, it's predominantly green with all those layers of leaves in the background. So much detail. And then the fun bit with this print is you'll see every so often there's an orange tiger every so often all over the fabric. Isn't that really, really lovely? And I think just that hint of orange on that predominantly green background just sets it off so well. Such a beautiful print, that one. And then the last print we've got is the one on the mannequin here. So this one is called Floral Carousel. Here we are, and this is another really pretty floral design. Isn't that gorgeous? So it has a black background, which really like sets off the colours of the florals. And the flowers themselves are predominantly pink, all different shades of pink. And there's like this electric blue colour in there as well. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And it's quite a small scale, but yeah, not as small scale as the popcorn jelly, just a little bit bigger than that, but still a very, almost like a ditzy sort of floral print. Really, really pretty, that one. I think that's just got such a gorgeous colour palette in that fabric. So let's pop that one back on the mannequin. There we are. So in terms of what you can make with this Viscose jersey, like I say, it's one of my favourite fabrics both to sew and to wear. And there's just so many things you can make that I think are really, you know, like wearable pieces that you can wear, you know, your everyday wardrobe. And so I've got a stack of patterns here to share with you, just to give you some ideas. So we've predominantly got tops, jumpsuits and dresses. And I think they're all great items to be wearing this time of year, but so many of these patterns, you know, you could be wearing throughout all the seasons as well. So the first pattern we've got is the Cashmerette Concord t-shirt. Now Cashmerette designed for curves, so if you have a more curvy shaped figure, these could be a really good pattern option. And they include cup sizes C to H. So you know they're designed for people with a with a fuller chest, and yeah, they're designed to fit really well to that kind of shape. Now the Concord t-shirt itself is actually quite just a simple t-shirt. But the cut and the fit of this is just, you know, it gets absolute rave reviews. People love this pattern. And you've quite a few different options as well. So you have a high wide neckline, you have a V neckline or more of a scoop neckline. And then you have short little sleeves, full length sleeves, and then you have a 3/4 option that sort of ruches up with like a tab, and then you have a shorter one again that ruches up with a tab. So that's going a little bit more complicated, but the other ones are very, very simple sews. Like I think you could have this cut out, sewn up and made, you know, within probably 2 or 3, a couple of hours probably. Yeah, and I think in any of the designs that would work really well as just a basic tee that you could wear all the time. So next up, I've got the Rowan bodysuit and tee from Megan Nielsen Patterns. So this is another top. So you've, again, different options with this one. So you have a simple round neckline, a beautiful V-neck. I love the shape of the V-neck on this one. And then you have a funnel neck collar as well. And then you have short 3/4 or long sleeves. So just for the top itself, a simple everyday top, you've loads of different options. But then what I love about this pattern is you've also got the bodysuit option as well, which are really on trend, aren't they? And you've all those same neckline options, all the same sleeve options, but in a bodysuit instead. So yeah, whether you're looking for a bodysuit or a simple tee, that's a really good pattern. The next one we've got, I think this pattern is absolutely made for Viscose Jersey, and this is the Friday Pattern Company, the Adrienne blouse. And why I think that is because it's the bodice part is just quite a simple tee with a nice scoop neckline, but it's all about the sleeves on this pattern. So they gather up around, like, over the shoulder, and they have fullness at the shoulder part, and then they come to this full sleeve which gathers in about 3/4 lengths. So it's a big full sleeve that you need a fabric that's going to drape beautifully. And yeah, I think this fabric just has the best of both worlds in terms of drape and body. It's going to just hold that sleeve so well. Yeah, and again, any of the designs I think will be absolutely gorgeous in that one. And then the last top we've got today, so this is one of my favourites. This is actually more of a tunic length top. And this is the Oakley knit tunic from Style Art Patterns. And so this pattern, it has a simple round neckline. It has 3/4 length sleeves, which have a tie detail at the bottom, which I think is a really lovely, just a lovely detail. And then from the front, it's like a tunic length, so it's a little bit longer than the other options we've been looking at. And it's quite a loose fit as well. So it's not like some of the other options are all fitted, whereas this is a looser fit. And then at the back, it has 3 panels at the bottom, and it has a shaped hemline at the back as well, which again, I think is lovely that it hangs lower at the back than it does at the front. And yeah, those 3 panels just give this extra shaping at the back, so you've more fullness at the back than you do at the front. And yeah, it would just hang really well in a viscose jersey. I think that's a really wearable top that just has some details that make it a little bit different. Next, we're on to jumpsuits. So the first jumpsuit I've got is from True Bias, and this is the Nova jumpsuit. And this, it just looks so comfortable to wear. Like, viscose jersey is fabulous to wear in the heat because the viscose is a semi-natural fibre, which is beautiful and breathable to wear. So it keeps you nice and cool in the heat. And I just think in a jumpsuit like this, what could be more comfortable to wear than when it's really hot and sunny like it has been recently here in the UK. And it'd just be so comfortable as well. I think it'd be like wearing secret pyjamas. So this has a scoop neckline, quite thick straps, so they're going to cover your bra straps, and it draws in at the waist with elastic, so it gives you some shape there. But it's because it's elastic, it's still going to be comfortable to move in. It has pockets, which I think is great on a jumpsuit like this, and then the legs taper in and come in at elastic at the ankles. So yeah, just really quite a simple make. You've also got the option to do a short leg as well, which isn't gathered in. And you've also actually got the option not to add the elastic at the waist. So if you just want something that hangs straighter and fuller, that doesn't cinch in, you can do that as well. So loads of different options with this jumpsuit. I think that's going to be a nice simple sew. And yeah, it's just going to be so wearable and so comfortable in the summer. The next pattern we've got is McCall's 7910. This is another jumpsuit pattern, and you actually got 4 different options in this pattern, loads of options. So for the trousers, you have either a wide leg or a tapered leg, and on the wide leg, you can actually add splits up the side as well, and they're actually quite high splits, so it's a really dramatic look. It's really lovely. And then for the bodice, you've got 4 very different views. So you can, add whichever leg option to whichever bodice option you want to create lots, so many different styles of jumpsuit and really, tailor it to your preference. So we have the very quite low neckline of, it's like a wrap over almost sort of bodice that creates this really deep V neckline. So that will possibly for me be a little bit too low, but I think it's going to create a very dramatic, almost like occasion wear kind of jumpsuit, which does look absolutely fabulous. But I think you could tweak that to make it higher if you wanted. And then one of the other options is quite a fitted simple bodice that has an asymmetric detail at the top. So it has one shoulder strap that goes over your shoulder, and the other shoulder is left bare. So that's a really lovely asymmetric look. I think that really suits the tapered leg, which is the combination they've put together. But equally, you could put it with a wide leg and it would just be beautiful. And then the other option is, again, another very simple bodice that comes up in almost like a halter neck with a round neckline and then like straps that sort of tie it. So yeah, they're all quite simple in a way, which I think makes them really beautiful for fabrics like this because they can carry a print really well and they'll really show off the print, which yeah, I think any of the styles will be really lovely for that pattern. And lastly, we're on to dresses. So I've got some more casual dresses and some that are slightly more dressed up. So first of all, let's start with the casual ones. So we've got New Look 6210, and this is a really, it's a very simple sofa one. You're going to be able to sew this up really quick and easily. And it's just a very simple summer dress. So you've got a V-neck option or like a scoop neck option. They're all sleeveless, and then there's 2 different lengths, which you can choose to add a split into if you'd like. And yeah, they'll just skim the body really nicely. I think in a viscose jersey, especially like this, they're going to hang really well and they're just going to be so comfortable to wear. I think that will be a lovely like day dress, a lovely dress to wear on a summer holiday. You could just slip on round the pool or dress up a little bit at night. And yeah, definitely it's going to be a simple sew. And you've got an option for just a plain back, or you've got a racer back as well. So that's a nice option to have. Next up, we've got another casual dress. So this is the Frankie top and dress from Tessuti Fabric. So you can actually make this as a top as well, which is lovely. But this is really simple, I think really wearable, perfect for viscose jersey. So it has a very simple, like wide, like almost like a slash neck sort of neckline. It has elbow, 3/4 or long sleeves. So you have 3 different sleeve options. And then the shape of the dress is, it's sort of like an A-line shape almost. It comes out more towards as it goes to the hem. So it's not super fitted. It's, a little bit of a loose fit, but I think that's going to make it really comfortable to wear. And like the New Look dress was definitely a little bit more fitted, whereas this is a looser style. And again, in the viscose jersey, because it drapes really well, that's going to hang really nicely. Yeah, and then you have a top length, a short dress length, or a long dress length. So between the 3 sleeve options and the 3 length options, you've loads of options in that pattern. Next, we're going on to patterns that have a few more details, maybe a touch more dressy, but you could still wear both of them during the day and, maybe then dress them up at night. So first up, we have McCall's 8085, and this is a really lovely jersey dress pattern. I think really wearable. And again, there's 3 different options on this pattern, so you've loads of different views to choose from. So all of them have a simple bodice with a round neckline, and then they all have a skirt which gathers into that bodice. And there is an option that has an extra tier at the bottom as well to give like a little ruffle detail around the bottom. So that's really nice as well. But of course, you don't have to add that if you don't want to. There's pocket options, so that's brilliant. And then the sleeves, you have a shorter or a longer sleeve, and then you also have a sleeveless option as well. So I think any kind of gathered waist dress you're looking for to make in a knit jersey fabric like this, I think that's a brilliant pattern to make. And then the last pattern, I couldn't really let this pattern go by without mentioning the named kilo wrap dress and jumpsuit. So you've actually got a jumpsuit option in this one as well, but I'd say the named kilo is probably most known for the dress option. So this is such a popular pattern in the Minerva sewing community. So many people have made this and it's just fabulous. So perhaps you have this pattern already in your stash, and it's just a good reminder really that it's a fantastic pattern option for viscose jersey like this. So yeah, this pattern, if you haven't seen it before, it has a round neck, there's a sleeveless or a full length sleeve option, and both the dress and the jumpsuit have this detail at the waist where the shape of the pieces kind of goes out like this and then down, and then on the edges of like those corners there's ties. So you then take those ties and wrap it round and tie it either at the front or the back, you can do either, and it just creates a lovely feature that I think is really comfortable to wear. It adds a lovely detail, but it's not difficult to sew, and it just adds a bit of something really to an otherwise plain dress. There's something about the shape of this pattern that it suits everybody. It just looks so so good on so many people. Yeah, and it's perfect for the viscose jersey. I think that made in the painted bouquet print, especially, you know, the larger scale design, I think that would be really, really fabulous. But any of the designs I've shared with you today would be really gorgeous. So that's all the brand new fabrics and the pattern suggestions I had to share with you today. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear from you in the comments which was your favourite fabric from this new collection, and which was your favourite pattern idea, or have you got any of your own? Do drop those in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas as well. And have you sewn with our viscose jersey before? Do, as always, share your makes on Minerva with us. We absolutely love to see what our customers and community are making. You know, it's always so inspiring as well, isn't it, to be able to see, you know, what other people are making and, you know, see patterns made up on different people and in different fabrics. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So do drop your comments below. As always, I'll tag everything below this video so you'll be able to find all the links to all the fabrics and all the patterns. So if you want to check out, you know, the pricing details or the sizing details, all that good stuff, you'll be able to find that all below. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back again soon with some more fabrics and sewing goodness, and I'll see you again.